Welcome to your Compassionate Mediation Roadmap. I'm Linda Kroll. I'm a therapist, mediator, attorney, and I'm author of the book, Compassionate Mediation, How to Add Passion to Your Marriage or Compassion to Your Divorce. So the first module is helping your clients be their best self, to look at the story they're telling themselves, to get to practices to be in self, whether it's to meditate or do therapy with you or go out in nature more, but how can they take better care of themselves, to see the light inside of them and the light inside of their partner? How do they love the parts that they've shown their partner and the parts that their partner has shown them? And then they can understand how their family of origin has influenced not only them, but has influenced their partner. And when they get that bird's eye view of their relationship, they can see with more compassion that they both done the best they knew how to do. And they can do better if they only knew how. So in the first module, I help them, or I help you help them to create a genogram to show how their family has influenced them. And there's also a guided meditation to get to self. And that's all in the first module. The second module talks about how to communicate confidently and compassionately. Because when we're in self, we're calm, clear, and compassionate. And what we do in the second module is practices to reduce stress and take better care of ourselves, where you create a vision for your future instead of focusing on what's wrong and what the negative aspects are. You begin to think positively, and you learn the 5 steps to receive what you want and need. And those 5 steps are to remember what you want and need, know you deserve it, learn how to ask, be willing to receive, and staying grateful. And we go over that so that your clients begin to think positively and attract into their lives more of what they want. And they also learn the miracle of empathy, how to use I messages instead of you messages, how to really hear their partner and understand their partner's perspective and empathize in a way that lets their partner know that they're seen, heard, and validated. They learn the power of thank you and I'm sorry. And they learn how they truly can create a new relationship, even if it's a relationship that's going to come to an end. Module 3 in the Compassionate Mediation program is how to explore their options. And the options aren't just to stay together or separate or get divorced. There's all different kinds of options. If they're happy and hopeful things can get better, you can offer them ways to have more intimacy, more contact, more connection. If they're unhappy and stuck, again, you could look at where they're stuck and help them move through it with suggestions for how to communicate better, what they're afraid of talking about. So as they decide what they really want, they can talk about everything. They can learn how to understand their finances, which is often a source of discontent in relationships. And sometimes just understanding their finances and being more of a partnership will help them create a new relationship. And again, they explore all of their options, which you learn how to share with them because I share those with you. They can create a budget with the budget form, so they can calmly discuss all the issues to lead to a peaceful and respectful resolution, no matter what that resolution is going to look like. And step 4 in the Compassionate Mediation program is to understand their finances, how to take their time if they're going to go to an attorney to find the right attorney. And in this module, I give all the information they need about how to understand property division and maintenance and parenting and child support. So instead of going to an attorney and being anxious for an hour and listening to pick up what they can, but they can hear it from you if you're delivering it yourself. It also gives guidelines on how to talk with your children. And I also share the settlement prayer that I gave to my husband on the day we got divorced. And when I shared it with them, they gave it to their husband, and instead of having a litigious mediation and adversarial court battle, they sat down with the prayer and intention and wrote out their own decree to restructure their family in the highest good for all concerned. The 5th module takes all that they've learned in the first modules to create a compassionate relationship, to talk about all the issues with empathy, to decide if they're going to create something new and better together and stay together, or to consider a self-led divorce where they bring their highest and best self to the negotiations and the decisions to be made. And it reminds them to feel their feelings and to foster compassion for all. Because with all of this, with compassionate mediation, healing can happen. It can teach them a new way to communicate, where they forgive each other, learn how to connect with empathy and compassion, and bring joy back into a revitalized relationship. And should they decide that their marriage or relationship is meant to end, they can peacefully and respectfully restructure it, whatever form it takes. And there can be a compassionate divorce. I've helped people have them for the last 30 years, and you can help your clients have them too.